Okay, before Grandma gets home, it's March 22nd, I think, or 23rd. Close to Grandma getting home time. But I had a little message I sent to Nathan, and it kind of reminded me that I haven't done um, one of the most special moments of my life was the day that I met Nathan and laid eyes on Nathan for the first time. Um, I was kind of like my parents and my grandmother um, just kind of accepted. At the time we found out Megan was pregnant and with Cheyenne, and just kind of accepted. I was like, it is what it is. I was a little irritated with her because I was like, you're ruining your life. You're so smart, blah blah blah. Didn't really know how much the relationship between Megan and John had rekindled, um, and I didn't know anything about this little boy that John had. And um, behind me is the door that he walked through, and actually Nathan was being held by John and on John's right side, and so his face was the first one that came through the door when John opened the door. And I was sitting on the couch, and um, my dad was sitting in here, and my mom joined us when he came in. And I mean, as soon as I had no idea this could be possible, but as soon as he came through that door, we just melted. Um, so precious and so just a ball of energy and adorable. I mean, he was dressed up in little overalls and that beautiful blonde hair and big eyes, and just absolutely just a gorgeous child, and was happy to be there. Most kids would have been kind of freaked out, but he wasn't. And um, it was, I melted, which I never wanted kids. I never even imagined ever being married. Like, I'm a little weird like that. Most women do imagine those things. I don't. And then it was like, here's this kid that he's changed my whole outlook. Like, I'm like, okay, I'll do what I can. This kid is absolutely amazing. And um, it was really cool to watch my dad react to him, and because he always wanted boys and he didn't have boys. Now we had like, my cousin Chad was around a lot, but he was older than us, and Josh is younger than us, and Josh is more brother-like figure, because we're around the same age. So we could, when he was smaller, we could like tease him and stuff and be like an older sister the best we could. And he has plenty of siblings. He's got 3 other siblings, but he's surrounded by girls. So is Chad. And so it was different to have this small little boy. We hadn't had a little boy in the house in a long time, and so it was such a blessing. But we knew that because he wasn't Megan's child, it was like we didn't have a right to him. If that makes any sense, it probably doesn't. It's just not fair to try and like, hey, we want time with Nathan, unless it was volunteered. We tried not to take him away, which doesn't really, when you look at the situation when the girls came, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you see the whole big picture. We don't have rights to anybody's kids, honestly, if they're not ours. I mean, come on. But it was like, I don't know, it just felt wrong to try and sweep Nathan away unless they needed us. Like the pictures, these amazing pictures I have of Nathan at 18 months old wandering around outside him that are in black and white. One of the best photo shoots I've ever done. And it was, they needed me to keep him, I think for a doctor's appointment or something. I mean, there was, so I had him here at this house. and I loved it. I loved every second of it. And there's not a time that has passed that, I mean, the love for Nathan is strong. And, you know, I know it's sometimes weird and awkward because of the situation sometimes. But, you know, we don't need to forget that my dad was adopted. And the relationship he had with his parents, his adoptive parents, was stronger than many relationships he had in his life. And so much so that his parents were gone and he was gone. Like, his mother died in 2005 and he died in 2008. So, and then my aunt died in like 2012. So it wasn't, they were just boom, 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 gone in a short amount of time. And they had, I believe that has something to do with their connection. So it's not always about blood that makes you family. But I think it's important to know just how special the day was. That first moment that I laid eyes on Nathan changed my life and changed all of our lives. And then the girls came along, you know, but I have amazing videos on my channel. Some of them are private. Not sure why. I know one of them why it is, because it's a video of the babies in the little kiddie pool, and I don't want no pervs to see that. But I have amazing memories, and the little bit I could capture, and some of them are there, and some of my favorites, besides our Disney trips. There's a video I have of Nathan on his own, standing at the door, the door open, looking across the street, going, "Christmas lights." He's trying to say Christmas lights. And it's a very special memory. And I'm glad I captured it. And so I guess the point is to share the memory, number one. To speak truth to why certain decisions were made. And for there to be an understanding, I guess, that there is a difference, but there isn't, between Nathan and his sisters. You know? And I don't quite know. I guess we could have approached things differently. I think you can always approach things differently in life. But I am, you know, I was incredibly impressed with who he was the moment I met him, and I am still impressed. You know, very proud. And, oops, I just dropped my camera. Very proud, and there is no doubt in my mind that if Nathan wanted to tomorrow say, "Okay, I'm gonna be the president. I've got this," he could do it. If he wanted to just travel, he could do it. He could do anything he wanted. And you can't always say that about kids, and I believe that with the girls as well. Very intelligent. And they prove, all three of them prove, that you are not, the circumstances of your birth do not determine the trajectory of your life, meaning that they are their own people and individuals. And no matter what our parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whatever do, we have to live our lives. And they are, especially Nathan, they've built with this incredible strength. And I think that the story that each of the three has, especially Nathan's story, will one day help to change lives and help someone else. And that might be why it was experienced. So that's story time. I'll keep doing some more of these as I feel okay. Who knows? But it's a special memory. And Nathan, I do love you. And I know that whatever you do, it's going to be great. You're already proven that. And you are not your parents. You're you. And that is the most beautiful thing to witness. So keep being Nathan. And I have to say, I'm so also very proud of your Aunt TT and Uncle Garrett for helping to steer you to get you to become yourself again. That's what I see. So